Hello and welcome to the theElpyDimension. This is your guide, Elpy. So I got my calendar all mixed up apparently. But today is the 17th of October, 2024. Excuse me. And I haven't been in this bin since the 4th of October, so it has been 13 days. This has been number 3, and I kind of couldn't believe that when I was looking back. I have not watched the last video. I sort of skimmed through it, but I do believe, so this bin has been completely harvested, and this is one of the 2 recovering bins. The other one, I would say, is well recovered. And this one is pretty darn near. So I believe it was kind of a small feeding of, yeah, it was a small feeding. That's all I can say. All right, so this was the stuff that was harvested, or this is the newest material. Obviously, it's been, oh yeah, banana peel. So I guess I just reached right into the feeding zone. Couple banana peels. They're still there after 2 weeks. That actually does surprise me. I see some worms down in there. A lot of mites. A lot of mites. Oh. Okay, so it does surprise me that after 2 weeks, there's still banana peels. And they got not a boatload of mites as I seen on other things, but enough that these are just going to come out altogether. Okay, so, like I said, when we reached in, here's a couple of worms, one with a nice clitellum. If it's been almost 2 weeks since I've been in here, then it's definitely been 3 weeks since I harvested. So we got more worms in that material. So this bin is one that I don't see worms, just tons of worms that I'm just constantly seeing worms. It's been that way since it's been recovering. I'm a little bit surprised that I'm not seeing more though. I mean, I'm definitely seeing worms, but I thought this bin was doing a little bit better than this. And so the banana peels are still here, the tomatoes gone. The material is definitely cooling off as it does. This bin has a lot of mites in it. I wonder if I put the other half of a dragon fruit skin in here, and that's what those tiny black dots are. Because in the blue worm bin, I put half of a dragon fruit skin. Bunch of mites on here, they're gonna go. As I've stated previously, I have mites in my bin. I always have. I don't make a big deal out of them. But when I see things that are just covered in mites, that's my opportunity to say, okay, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and take you out. So, it having been 2 weeks, yeah, okay, we've got more worms down here, and healthy looking worms. But I really thought we had more than that. A little bit of that was a bunch of obviously residual castings from the harvest that I just kind of stirred up, and they had a little bit of a funky smell to them. This is the side that was harvested first. Yeah, so here's a bunch of our friends. I'm thinking, yeah, okay. Makes me feel better. That's a lot of good looking worms. I think they don't have enough food. The mites are probably beating them to a lot of the food. These guys, oh, so maybe I spread out the feeding zone, because here's our Kellogg's breakfast tomato. Still quite a bit left. For 2 weeks, this is quite a bit left. This is going to come out because of the mites. Okay, well, I always wondered just how much the mites are a problem. Some people really kind of go crazy trying to get rid of them. And I've never cared, but what I'm seeing is, my hypothesis is going to be pretty straightforward and probably obvious, like, well, yeah, duh, Elpy. In a weak population, mites appear to be detrimental, because I don't think they kill the worms. I don't think they harm the worms, but I think they beat them out. They're probably like bullies for the food source. Yeah. So, what's going on with this worm? Doesn't look great. We're going to put some food, how about over here? And, oh, here's still some more. Just kind of stir up. I've got dehumidifier water that I'm going to add shredded paper to. I've also, as I've said in my other videos, I'm adding more organic material to my bins. So I've got a bunch of plants, living plants actually, that I've brought in from outside, because my feedings for the worms this week is kind of slim. But these plants will serve well for that. Okay. Alright, I take that back about the shredded paper, because I totally forgot that I had this packing cardboard that has actually been outside, so it's wet thanks to rainwater. And these guys could use a boost with some good cardboard. So, I've got some old cabbage leaves, a tomato, an apple that's cut up, so that'll help it break down some. Another cabbage leaf, and this volunteer melon that I never got a chance to try. It split. I should have cut it open because I don't think this was mature. But I'd love to see if the seeds are. We'll try to remember, see it's mold in there. So that's what these guys. Oh, and we did do a slurry of our of my dry mix last week in all the bins. And I am going to top this off with shredded paper as well. Let me get some of the plants. Okay, these are burdock leaves. We got a calendula there. And we are going to go ahead and cover those up with the material already in the bin. And now, this is wet shredded paper. Decided I didn't really squeegee it out, so it's pretty wet. But I think the stuff in here could use more moisture because it's pretty bulky material. The worms probably would have appreciated it. I went ahead and mixed this in, and we will next time. But this time, it's going to serve as a blanket. All right, so this was bin number 3, the 17th of October, 2024. 13 days after, and I'm not super happy with what we saw. I felt like I should have seen more worms in here. So stay tuned. Let's keep an eye on this bin. Not let so much time pass in between visits. And now let's go check on the blue worm bin. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, or if you didn't, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you prefer. But if you could pick one, that'd be sweet. Be safe. Be well. Bye for now.